In the seconds, I thought it might be quicker if I actually just filmed a quick video to walk you through my 7-year maintenance history. So a couple things I want to point out are I've highlighted every time there were new tenants, and then I've highlighted every time that the dates for the work orders are in order or out of order. Down at the bottom of every page, it has the date range that you're working with, and it should start here and go in chronological order down. So this was printed as a bulk maintenance history, which means that there are no filters on this. It should just be raw data collated in month, day, year order, because it's a history log. It's a date log, but the dates are repeatedly out of order for no apparent reason. Some of the things that I'm going to point out are the fridge issues, mold and moisture issues, tenant turnover, make-readies, annual inspections, and other things that pertain to our specific house at 1603 Mervine. So we moved into the house on May 26th, 2022. So the work order starts, the history starts back in May of 27th of 2016. So, and then this specific information was printed in April 12th of 2023 when I requested it from the housing office. That's going to be important at the end because this is the most recent 7-year history, but the 7-year history that we were provided doesn't actually include information on mold remediation that happened before we moved in. I'll go to this later, but we were originally supposed to move in on May 17th of 2022, and we'd already accepted the house. We'd already reviewed a work order, a 7-year maintenance history for the home that was up to date as of like May 1st or like the first week of May. However, we were supposed to move in on May 17th, 2022, and here in the report, in the January through May 2022 reports, you'll see that there was a moisture inspection done on May 16th, and it says issues found. Essentially, the basement floor was flooded, and they had to remove the baseboards in the laundry room and the kitchen, and remove the carpeting and replace it with vinyl flooring. We did not have this information. Because we had already accepted the house at the end of April 2022, early May 2023 at the latest, and we were supposed to move in on May 17th. Let me write that down. May 17th, 2022 was our original, that was our original move-in day. And it was delayed by 10 days. So we didn't actually move in until the 27th. So we signed our lease on the 26th, moved in on the 27th. So again, that's really important that we did not have this information. We'd already accepted the house at the end of April. The maintenance report we were given for the 7 years was issued before this. So we did not take this house with this information. I discovered this information when I requested this 7-year history from maintenance, which is why I was so surprised when Dave White did his walkthrough and he immediately came to my kitchen and laundry room, started commenting on my nice washer and dryer, and started his inspection in here, which Vicky denies. That's fine. She wasn't here. Miss Clemente was, and Miss Johnson was, and my husband was. We all saw this. And he starts talking about moisture issues in our ground floor. I was very confused. I said, no, the moisture issues I've been reporting for the last year are in our upstairs ceiling. I did not have this information. I didn't have this information until the next day. Rochelle Johnson had provided it the same day that Mr. White came to our home on April 12th. I wasn't able to review it until April 13th, which is when I understood, oh, that's why he was asking about water on my ground floor. This is alarming. We moved into a home with information that we did not have. That is unacceptable. What else is unacceptable is that it took them 333 days to remediate the other mold that I was reporting. Okay, so in this, I just want to go through and discuss the number of times that our fridge was reported as having issues. So the fridge never shows as being replaced in the maintenance history logs going back 7 years. And it is reported 14 times, I believe, or 13 times. So I'm just going to walk you through beginning. The first report is June 2016. So fridge, and they're all very similar, if not the exact same issue. Fridge 4, fridge 5. Fridge 6, fridge 7. Fridge 8. And it has this word reoccurring every now and then. So it's like they are aware that this is a reoccurring issue. Fridge 9. And I hope you're noticing, like, as I'm going through, why are some of these dates in order and some not? It doesn't make sense. Dates out of order here, dates in order here. And by in order, I mean they are chronological in month, date, year. Sometimes they're out of order by just the month and the date. Sometimes even just the dates are out of order. The month and the year are correct, but the dates. It doesn't make any sense if it's a bulk order history. So why is that? Okay, fridge 10. Fridge 11, fridge 12, fridge 13, fridge 14. Again, dates out of order, dates out of order. Dates in order, dates in order. Dates in order, dates in order. Dates in order, dates in order. So it seems like more recently the dates were in order because these are all the dates October of 2022 and beyond up to the current are in order. But August 2022, dates out of order. June through July 2022, dates out of order. May through June, dates in order. January through May 2022, dates out of order. Why? Even if you look at the work orders or the categories, there's no rhyme or reason as to why they are in order and then out of order. This, to me, explains the missing data that I later was able to track on my resident portal and not cross-referencing here in the 7-year work order history. Dates in order in 2021. Dates in order in 2021. Dates out of order again. Why? Why is all the year the same, but the month and day are out of order? That's in May. Again, dates out of order. Why? Why are these dates out of order? Duplicates? Missing? What is this? Dates out of order. So it's dates in order. 2018. Dates in order. 2018. Dates out of order. 2017. Dates out of order. 2017. Dates out of order. 2017. Dates in order. 2016 through 2017. Dates in order. 2016. It doesn't make any sense. And then something else to note is that there were 4 residents during this time, some of whom reported the same issue multiple times, which means that the parks knew about it and then still willfully issued wrote multiple leases to new tenants, being aware, like for something like the fridge that wasn't working properly. So those are the past 4 tenants in the last 7 years. Now I want to call your attention to work orders. I'm sorry, mold-specific work orders or water intrusion. I discussed the issue of the roof being reported back in 2016 and no issue and no resolution happening from that. That was in April of 2017. The resident reported that the bath and bed ceilings were having issues. She said that resident thinks there are raccoons underneath the roof. Resident hears constant noises scratching above the master bedroom, but didn't see any animals so far. So it clearly says raccoons in the roof, which would indicate that there might be a hole. Well, the maintenance report says that they came out to check on it. The baby was asleep, so they came back later. Residents said they're probably baby birds and would prefer they wait until they're gone to seal the hole. There is never a follow-up on this, that the hole is actually sealed. So the parks becomes aware that there is likely a hole in the roof that raccoons and birds are possibly getting in, but nothing is done about it. Additionally, the master bath on this page, the fan is reported as not working. And that was one of the original issues that I kept reporting to get them to come look at the stain in our master bathroom. I would report the fan not working and then they would come to change it. But those orders have disappeared off of our 7-year work order history. And some of them are also missing in the resident portal. Okay, moving on. This is where a water leak on the ground floor is first noted in 2017, but it's not the earth-shattering flooding that happens that requires the entire flooring to be replaced. This is the flooring that we have now. It's brand new. We're probably some of the only in the neighborhood that have it. Okay, in 2019, mold is suspected in the residence, in the vents. It said possible mold throughout the house, windows and bathrooms. Vents need to get checked even after they clean. They are still dusty. Oh, here's more fridge. So this is the first time mold shows up in the maintenance report from what I can find, 2019. Another ground water leak on the ground floor from 2020. Another one in September of 2020. And it says that the vinyl in the kitchen and laundry were replaced. So that area specifically had been remediated twice. We were aware of that first one, which didn't sound very bad. It just says that the vinyl was replaced in September 2021. And it just, kind of sounds like it's a washer and dryer issue. It's not a lot. There's not a lot to go off of on that one, like there is on the one from May of 2022. Another water leak. This one is upstairs, the shower. And then this is when it starts to get really shaky. We did not have information about this moisture inspection that was done on May 16th. Our original move-in date was supposed to be May 17th. So we had already accepted the home and reviewed the work order history that would have gone up till presumably like May 1st. So we weren't provided this until I just requested it in April of 2023. So look at that. May 16th, that was one day before our original move-in. Inspected, issues found, issue found. Removed baseboard and laundry room, set a dehumidifier, removed wet carpet and pad, replaced vinyl in 2 upstairs bathrooms. Okay. And then again, in the day before we moved in, we would not have seen this. They inspected and said issues found. Moisture inspection in the wash box and laundry. Turns did the repairs. Don't know what that means. And then we accepted the house and moved in, and that's when I made our first fridge note. So we did not have this information when we accepted the house. We were not provided it. How could we make an informed decision if we didn't have this information? More fridge issues. And then finally, this is where the mold issues start popping up. So I noted the mold upon move-in on May 26th, upstairs in the upstairs ceiling. And on this one, it's noted as coming in on the 3rd, but in my resident portal, when you cross-reference these dates, the mold actually shows up there. So I said, when cross-referenced with my resident portal, the mold is submitted as a separate work order in 10.3. It took the tech 10 days to respond to all of the work orders. And the question is, why isn't this the work order that's in my portal listed here? So I know I have it, and I'll provide it to you. I actually already have. I provided it to John Gauch, Vicky Ataid, everybody in the follow-up emails where I asked Mr. White why it took them so long to address this. So I actually have that date already cross-referenced, but I'll provide it again. And then again, I keep calling, keep reporting. So here's another one, 10/13, 10 days later. And this is where there's there's mold growing in the upstairs bathroom. It needs addressed. So I originally thought it was 193 days from the April 13th date. But when I cross-referenced my own portal entries, it was actually the 3rd. So that means it was 203 days based on October 3rd, 2022 work order that shows in my resident portal from when they have it documented that there is mold in our house that I'm reporting again, and when they actually started remediation. More importantly, the mold remediation began on April 24th, 2023. I reported the mold during the walkthrough on the 26th of May, 2022. So that was 333 days our home had documented mold requiring remediation that we told the parks about. That doesn't even account for the fact that they had already remediated moisture in this home that we did not have the information for. So they didn't provide us this information, yet we provided them information that there was mold growing in our ceiling, completely unrelated to the basement flooding. And it took them 333 days. 333 days that they let our family live with that. 333 days. How is that legal? How is that conscionable? SRT should respond in 2 days. That's what they brag about on their public-facing Presidio of Monterey maintenance team media reports that go out. I've again linked to that. And then last but not least, they missed our fridge not closing on the annual inspection that they did on March 21st, 2023. So they missed the fridge and the water leak upstairs. And then I reported the leak again on the 28th of March. And SRT did not follow up with a moisture inspection. I had to call and email on the 10th of April requesting the maintenance history and for somebody to follow up. But the tech even says here, moisture inspection. And it says the stain is growing. Ceiling above the left side bathroom sink has growing stain coming in from the roof. Issue is reported to maintenance upon move-in back in May 2022, but the maintenance request was closed without action. I attempted to clean the spot using cleaning products. However, the stain has continued to grow in recent months due to the rains. And then this is also when the ceiling, the bedroom ceiling, started to show signs, and they finally realized they needed to do something. So again, more inaction from the parks. There was no action from the 28th of March until the 12th of April when I repeatedly called and I repeatedly followed up. So the moisture inspection was only scheduled after I requested a 7-year work history and answers from Vicky Ataid, Jose Valdez, Rochelle Johnson. Why had no action been taken after I began reporting the issue during move-in in May 2022?